Stamp duty for first home buyers. It can be one of the single biggest costs that you're going to face when you buy your first home. But are there any perks or benefits? Well, today we're going to take you through all the things you need to know about stamp duty, the concessions that are available, and each state and how it works. But we should probably let you know this video is made just for first home buyers. So if you're looking at getting a bit of a discount on your stamp duty, you're going to love this video. Let's dive right in. Stamp duty is one of those non-negotiables that you need to pay when you're buying a property. That's right, Jaden. It's a tax that goes straight to the state government and covers things like roads and hospitals and all those niceties that you get as part of living in the state. Now, it does range from state to state. Some states charge a bit more, some a little bit less. So do the concessions for first homeowners. And it also depends on the purchase price, and it can be massive amounts. So in this video, we're going to break down how much of a concession you get as a first home buyer when paying stamp duty. So first cab of the rank is New South Wales. So Jaden, how does the first homeowner stamp duty work in New South Wales? The good news is if you're living in New South Wales and you're buying your first home, you don't have to pay any stamp duty if the property is worth up to $650. So it can save you a bunch of money. Further to that, you get stamp duty discounts if you're buying a property worth between $650 and $800,000. So for example, if you're a first homeowner in New South Wales looking to buy a property for $750,000, your discount on stamp duty would be $8,250. It's pretty good for first home buyers. It can be a really big benefit because otherwise that $8,250 is going straight to the state government and it comes out of your pocket. And equally, if you buy a property in New South Wales for $650,000 and below, you pay nil stamp duty for new and established properties. Pretty good.
It's free real estate.
All right, Nathan, so what about first-time home buyers in Victoria? What sort of perks and benefits do you get on your stamp duty? So equal to New South Wales, there is a stamp duty concession for purchases under $600,000. So any purchases at $600,000 or below means you pay nil stamp duty. Now, there are also concessional amounts applied if you're purchasing a property between $600,000 to $750,000. In other words, you still get a bit of a discount, but it's still not as much as if you're buying for under $600,000. So for example, a home buyer in Victoria buying a property for the first time at $650,000 would save $11,356. Pays for your furniture at least.
Living rooms, bedrooms, diners, we got it, you need it.
All right, Nathan, so our home state of Queensland is up next. What kind of concessions and benefits do you get as a first home buyer when it comes to stamp duty? So much the same to New South Wales and Victoria that there is a stamp duty concession for purchases up to $500,000. So once again, if you're purchasing at $500,000 and below, there is zero stamp duty. Now the concessional rate is a little bit lower in Queensland. So that means if you're buying from $500 to $550, there still is a discount off your stamp duty. However, the bracket's far lower than we see in the other states. Now where Queensland's a little bit different from the other states is that they apply different levels of stamp duty if you're buying a house, both new or existing, or vacant land. So if you're buying vacant land, you get the first homeowner's concession for land worth up to $250,000. Then between $250,000 and $400,000 for vacant land as a first home buyer, you get a concessional or a discounted amount. Now just check it out because it can be a pretty large amount and you want to factor that in because it's one of those costs that you have to pay on settlement of either your new home or your vacant land. So Jaden, walk me through the concessional rates you get in Western Australia. Yeah, so for all our viewers over in Perth, you do get some discounts when you're buying a home. It's similar to Queensland though, where vacant land and existing property or new property is different. All right, so for first-time home buyers buying a house in Western Australia under $430,000, you get no stamp duty. Between $430,000 and $530,000, there's concessional rates, so you get a bit of a discount, but still not as good. And what about vacant land? Same like Queensland, there are concessional rates, but at a lower amount. So for $300,000 and below, there's no stamp duty, and from $300,000 to $400,000, there's still concessional rates on land. All right, and lastly, for our friends in the City of Churches in South Australia, I've got bad news. So regrettably, in South Australia, the government doesn't offer any stamp duty concessions. What that means for first homeowners out there is that their normal stamp duty rates apply when you're buying your first home.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Just make sure you factor in. I guess the good thing in Adelaide and South Australia is the property's a little bit cheaper, so you're probably not going to pay as much, but comparatively, it can be a bit more than, say, Queensland and some of those other states. One of the things you're going to have to buy and pay for. But this is just one of the costs when you're buying your first home. Make sure you check out some of our other videos which cover the complete cost, your solicitor's fees, your bank fees, valuation, everything, Nathan. And if anyone's looking for any help with finance or has any other questions, hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au. And as always, thanks for watching.
Surf's up. See you on the net.